Hello, Acwano here, and we're finally back for another video. And this time, I want to start my journey on making content about this wonderful game that's very close to my heart, the remake of Trails in the Sky First Chapter. This is going to be the first video of many, and it's probably the only video I'm going to make before the release. This video has two purposes. First, to sell you on the game, because while I'm not sponsored, I fucking love the game, and so the more people play it, the better. The more successful the game is, the higher chance we have of getting other remakes like this. So I really want to sell you guys on how good this game and franchise is. Second, if you're already second purpose, if you're already sold on the game, well, to get you hyped for the game. As the time of recording, the game is releasing in like a week. This video is probably going to be uploaded the Monday of the last, the Monday of the week that the game's gonna release. The game is releasing Friday, for those who don't know, 19th September. So very soon. Get hyped. Now, there's many reasons to play this game, and I'm gonna go over all of them in this video, and at the end I'm gonna talk about a giveaway. So yeah, if you're sold, if you're interested about the game after watching the video, make sure to listen to the giveaway part to enter the giveaway. I'm gonna be talking about a bunch of things: the characters, the gameplay, especially the gameplay. The gameplay is king. It is a video game after all. The world, the Trail series in general. I'm gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, let's start by talking about the Trail series. The Trail series is one of the largest JRPG series, just in terms of size. I mean, there's not that many JRPG series that have, 13 games in them. And the reason why I really want people to play this game, it's because right now is, in my opinion, and probably an objective fact, the best time to get into the Trail series. Why? Because the Trail series is known for multiple things, but the main thing it's known for is its world building. Why? Because unlike other big franchises like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, every single game in the franchise takes place in the same world and on the same continent. Every single game builds on each other. Even if not every game is about the same characters, about the same stories, they all reference each other, and in terms of timeline, every new game advances the timeline, and it just makes it a very rich franchise. Now, this is very good for people who want to play and get into it, play all the games, and really get deep into the Trails rabbit hole. But this feature, the way the game is structured, is its strength. It is beautiful. The world building is immaculate, but it is also its weakness because it makes it kind of hard to get into, especially for new players. And the other reason why it was hard to get into is because its first entry, which is the optimal way to play the game, playing it from the first game, from the beginning, because it is technically the first game in the timeline. Well, that first game is Trails in the Sky. And Trails in the Sky was not only locked behind a PC, the Steam version was the only way to play it. It's not available on a console. But second of all, you didn't even have access to voice acting without mods. And third of all, well, the game is kind of old, right? So for some of the younger new generation of JRPG players, it was kind of hard to get into. And this remake, the remake of Trails in the Sky First Chapter, solves literally every problem, especially since they already confirmed the remake, they're remaking the sequel of this game, and most likely the third Sky game, even though that one is not necessarily as linked to the story of Sky. But yeah, this is so good. So the Trails series is a series of 12 to 13 games, and every single arc of the game. So you see here a list of all the games. So sometimes the games change names. Now, Azure and Zero are the same arc. The first 3 Sky games are the same arc. Then you have 4 Cold Steel games, etc., etc. These every time you change arc, you change country. Every single arc of the Trail series takes place in a different country on what we call the Zemurian continent. So the Sky games follow the same characters in the same country, and then after a separate arc, you change. Why am I like talking about this? That's because if you play one arc, you don't necessarily have to play all the others. So don't think of it about like an insane investment, because if you like Trails in the Sky, you don't have to play all the other Trail arcs if you don't want to. If you're just a fan of Trails in the Sky, you can play the 2 Trails in the Sky games, maybe the 3 if you want like the third Sky. The third Sky game is a bit weird. It's like a weird epilogue slash small game that's kind of like foreshadows all the other games. That's a very interesting one. But yeah, the beauty of Trails series, the fact that every entry builds on each other, and Trails in the Sky is the beginning, which means playing this game gets you into an insane and big franchise, and you don't have to lose much because the game has a free demo available on Steam right now. And this demo is huge. It is humongous. I've been playing for like 10 hours and I'm still not done with it. I should probably finish that before the game comes out. But basically, the game, Trails in the Sky, is divided into 5 chapters. I think so, right? There's the prologue and then 4 chapters. And then the final chapter. So the prologue is just as long as the other chapters. So that's why I'm saying 5 chapters. And like I said, Trails in the Sky takes place in one country of the Zemurian continent, and this country is the Kingdom of Liberl. So during Trails in the Sky, you will explore the Kingdom of Liberl, and that kingdom is separated into 5 provinces. So counting the prologue, all 5 chapters will explore one area of Liberl as you travel over the country during the game. And personally, I love these kind of games. Let me know if you agree with me, but my first JRPG was Final Fantasy X, and since then, I've always loved JRPGs that have a story during which you travel. I love like I call them like pilgrimage, like structure, like a pilgrimage structure story, because you just go and explore the entire country or a big chunk of it during the story. And I love this. Now, the demo covers the entirety of the prologue, which is a good chunk of the game, at least 15% of the game, I would say. Now, story-wise, I'm gonna warn you guys, the prologue is not really gonna show you much about the main story of the game. It just kind of like foreshadows a bit of it and gives you a bit of puzzle pieces, but you can't really put anything together yet. You'll have to play more. So if you've played the demo and you're not sold on the game yet, just give it a chance. Give it a chance. Because the story does ramp up. Trails in the Sky, I've said this multiple times, Trails in the Sky only gets better. It gets better, it only gets better. Okay, now that I've yapped about the game and the series for a while, let's now talk about the most important thing, the most important part about a video game. Well, the game. Let's talk about the gameplay. So, the job of a story in a JRPG is to keep you engaged with the gameplay. But if the gameplay is not good enough, well, you won't finish the game. And, you know, even though the Trail series is known for its world building, the gameplay is the main reason why I play this game, honestly. Because I'm a big fan of tactical RPGs and a big fan of standard party-based, turn-based RPGs. And this game kind of mixes those together. It is a traditional turn-based game. Well, traditional is a big word here because there's a lot of changes, but it's a turn-based game with a lot of tactical elements. And if I want to give you guys like an idea about the game, especially the big change that they made in this remake, is that now the game is somewhat of a hybrid RPG. So, the big reference that I want you guys to think about is Metaphor ReFantazio. It is the quickest way for me to describe the combat system. You know how in Metaphor ReFantazio you could dodge, you could attack in real time, and when you stun the enemy, you could, you know, press a button to like start the turn-based combat. This game is very similar. You have an entire it's just a bit pushed further. You can do an entire fight in action. You can keep hitting them after they're stunned, and you know, kill them in action combat. But just like Metaphor, when you stun them, you can click a button and then start the fight with an advantage. Now, unlike Metaphor, the turn-based combat is not just the traditional party-based where you just stand there and choose attacks. This game has some tactical elements. Now, unlike the traditional tactical RPGs where you move in a grid, This game, you can move in a radius. So depending on your move stat, during your turn, you can move anywhere in a radius before choosing your action, attack, skill, character skill, or spell, which are called arts in this game. Doesn't matter what you choose, but most actions benefit a lot from good positioning. And this is why I love these kind of games, because tactical elements add a layer of complexity that is so valuable to a turn-based RPG, because it's not just about choosing your action, but where are you going to make your action. Some character skills do extra damage if you're attacking from behind, if you're attacking from the side. Some buffs, for example, only affect party members in a radius around you. So you're playing, like, preparing in advance and keeping some characters around other characters to get buffs in advance. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Even just buffing characters, debuffing enemies, there's a lot of thought that has to go behind these kind of things. It's not just like, traditional Atlas game where you just click Mataru Kaja and buff your entire party and not think much about it. This game has a bit more depth in its combat system, in my opinion, and I say that as a big Persona fan. But yeah, if you are a big turn-based player, don't worry about the action combat, because the action combat is 100% optional. At the same time, if you like action combat, you can beat pretty much every single mob on the routes of this game with action combat. The only enemies that you can't are bosses. Bosses have to be beaten in turn-based, and that's why at the end of the day, this game is a turn-based game. No matter how many fancy words we create of hybrid RPGs and action mixed, it's a turn-based game. It's a turn-based game. At the end of the day, I'm a turn-based lover. This channel is about turn-based games. I wouldn't be talking about this game if it wasn't turn-based. So if you are a big turn-based fan, this game is for you. If you're not much of a turn-based fan and you expected this game to be like action, because Steam is a bit weird, okay? Like, for example, Trails in the Sky has also a mixed this is pretty much the exact same mixed system. And in Steam, the first label, the first genre that shows up when you open the page of Trails Through Daybreak, it says action combat, but the game is not an action combat game. The action combat mechanic is merely, let's be honest, it is merely there to make you save time and to make killing small mobs, small shitters, a lot faster. That's it. That's the only reason why I even use it, and I don't turn-based everything, even though I'm a turn-based player. It's because it saves some times. I just fucking, swing my sword a couple times, kill a mob, and then move on. Combat system, amazing. The gearing system, amazing. We'll talk about it in detail in another video, but I do want to talk about it. The orbment system. Now, the combat system is amazing, but the gearing system that is linked to magic in this game is so fucking good. Now, if you're a JRPG player, this is probably going to sound like a good thing. The gearing system is very complex, and the gearing system being very complex is a good thing. It is complex in a good way because it allows for a lot of character customization, and I love this. I don't like games where characters have only one path. In this game, you can build characters in many different ways depending on which orbments you give them. So I won't go into details here because this system is kind of complex, but basically every single character has a small grid of like 6 slots, and in these slots you can put some orbs, some elemental orbs in them called quartz, and depending on the elemental value of these orbs that you put them and where you put them, you will unlock different spells and get different stat buffs for your party members. And I recommend you guys to play a lot with this mechanic. Just change your build around because it is a lot of fun. So if you're a fan of turn-based games, if you're a big fan of rich worlds, a lot of world building and good character development, and if you love turn-based combat with complex gearing systems that are satisfying and a lot of customization, well, this game is for you, bro. This game is for you. I am here preaching the gospel of the Trail series, and I recommend you guys to play this game. now it's time to talk about the giveaway, which is probably the part you guys have been waiting for. How is it gonna work? Now, I just wanted to make a giveaway for a couple games coming out this end of the month. So if you're not particularly interested of this game after watching this video, because, you know, maybe you're just one of my regular viewers, you were curious, but you weren't sold, I would still listen to this part because I might do the same thing for another game coming out in the future. If you are already in my Discord, then that's good enough. But if you're not in my Discord, the first thing you need to do, well, is to join the Discord if you want to be able to win, to run the chance to win one free game. And the first giveaway is obviously the game I'm talking about in this video, Trails in the Sky First Chapter. So, to enter the giveaway, you have to do 3 things. First, just simply comment on this video and like, if that would be appreciated, but I can't know if you liked or not. Comment on the video and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you thought about the video. What did the video sell you on the game? Were you already sold on the game, or just watching the video for the giveaway? Just be honest. Let me know what you think about the video. And then, if your Discord username is not the same as your YouTube username, just reply to your own comment with your Discord username, and then just join the Discord. After that, just the rest, all the other details will be explained on my Discord. I'll basically just do like a record me doing like a random lottery with all the names, and I'll just give to you guys the game. Now, one important detail: I am not a console player. I don't know how it works on console, so the giveaway will be a Steam gift. So because it's very easy to give people games on Steam. I don't even need to friend you guys. I could just give you guys a game code and you enter it on Steam. It's super easy. But if you win the giveaway and you're primarily a console player, and look, if you play on Steam, just take it. But if you never play on Steam, you don't even have the PC like to play on Steam, then maybe we can work something out. You can let me know if there's a way for me to gift you a game on console. But yeah, feel free to join Discord and let me know about the details. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like I said, I'll be making a bunch of other giveaways in the future. Primarily, I'm pretty interested on Octopath Zero, which is a prequel apparently of one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm pretty excited. I might do a giveaway for Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of Dragon Quest fans in my on my channel among my subscribers. But yeah, look, I've yapped too much. It's time to move on. Look forward to a bunch of guides and videos about Trails in the Sky. I love this game. I'm going to be making a bunch of guides. I love the orbment system. I'm going to go in detail on it on another video. So look forward to it if you're planning on playing this game. It was acwano. See you guys next time. Ciao.